Hi clients, hi landlords. So let's talk about the market this week. So if you have an opportunity, take a look at the Review Journal, the Las Vegas Review Journal. This weekend, there was an article on rentals where they too confirm what I've been saying, especially on my last newsletter, that the rental market is down. It's about 15 to 20% down. And the reasons are many. Primarily the enormous amount of available properties. I just pulled the numbers and looking at residential properties for rent. Today, we have 4,793 properties available for rent. And we have 27 that are coming soon that have not hit the market. And to that, we have to include all the apartments. So we have over 8,000 brand new apartments that have been built that help this rental market decline. So looking at the RJ again, today, there was an article today, Monday, about sales, where they're saying that sales in Las Vegas is 10% down. Well, I could tell you I am trying to refinance my personal house, and I had to pull numbers to have an idea of what my value is, and I was shocked. And today the appraiser came in and he confirmed it. We are in a declining market at this moment. So what's my opinion here and my suggestion? Of course, you make your own decisions, but let me give you some ideas. For the rental market, I suggest let's get these properties rented. We do a lot of marketing. We do this every single day. Social media, print, online, our sphere, constantly. But if we're not priced right, we have over 4,000 properties competing with us. It's not going to rent. And we're going into the holidays. As a matter of fact, we are about a week away from Thanksgiving. So it is the slowest time of the year anyways. So my suggestion is lower your rental price to get your property rented. Why? Because let's use easy numbers. If you have a $2,000 overhead on your rental, and you need to bring in $2,000 to break even, but the property it's not rented because you're waiting for those $2,000 to come in, guess what? You're coming out of pocket every month $2,000. However, if you were to lower it to the current market value, which it might be $1,800, now you're getting $1,800 coming in and only losing $200 a month. Also talk to your CPA, because this loss in rent, it probably, I'm not a CPA, it can be offset in your taxes, and that's what they do best. So talk to them and how you can take account for your losses on your tax returns, which are around the corner. So that's my suggestion. So we do give you updates every week. We also pull comps so that you know what's happening. And believe me, it's going to take a little while before we recover. But the good news is that I am hoping we will recover by the time you renew the lease. And if you do recover, or the market recovers, when we renew the lease, then we can ask for an increase of rent. Or you don't have to rent at that time and find a different tenant. But for now, I think about cutting your losses, and that might be helpful. So we'll try to do more suggestions before Friday by pulling numbers again. And if you are ready to, let's get this property rented, let's do it. Because remember, I want the most money that I can for you, because in most cases, I only get a percentage of what you get. So of course I want you to rent it at a higher rent, but I also don't want you to sit paying for utilities, association, and if you have a mortgage. Then on the sales side, yes, the market is down. So the appraiser today told me about 10%. That's what the RJ is saying. Personally, if you're thinking of buying other properties, it's a good time to buy, because most sellers that need to sell or have to sell, they're gonna negotiate. And if you are a buyer, then it's a good time to buy. And the rates are pretty decent now. But if you're not urgent to sell, then personally, I will wait, because everything recovers. So whatever goes down, it's going to come back up. It's just a lot going on. The government shut down. It's not helping, but hopefully that will be resolved in the next few days. And we definitely cannot predict the future, but we know by looking at history and data that everything that goes down eventually comes back up. And if you have the money in the bank, you will probably make less money than renting your property right now. So those are good questions to ask your financial advisor. But my personal opinion and what I personally do is hold on to your property, rent it to cut your losses, and let's wait for the market to change. So hopefully you have a great Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving for your family, from the Monarch Management team, and we're always here for you.